Hey folks, Paul with you. It's kind of getting kind of cold. It's around like 55 right now, but the temperature's dropping. And it's going to go down to 44 tonight with wind. So I'm out here. We've got people all around the building trying to nestle in there to keep warm, and I got to get them out. You know, I hate to do it, but they catch them on camera, and then they call me, and I got to do it. So I feel bad because I don't want to, cause somebody to die if they're not lizards, So I'm trying to have as much compassion as I can. Anyways, what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk to you guys about something. It's just a story time, okay? There is a case right now called the Guthrie case, Guthrie. And I guess the older woman was snatched from her bed. And I guess and nobody's heard from her. She's just fell off the earth. So the FBI has no leads, nobody's seen anything, blah, 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 blah. And it brought back to me, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was forensic files or whether it was cold case files or psychic. I think it was psychic detectives. I think that was the one. And what happened was, they had a case where a little boy, or it was a little girl, I forgot now. It's a boy or a girl, probably around 11 years old. The parents said that he had left to go, either to school or to go out and play or whatever it was, and that he was to get the bus. And he had money to catch the bus. And that case remained cold because the police looked everywhere. It was a real serious operation. It was a little black kid. Matter of fact, I remember. And I think it was a little boy. And maybe he was 9 to 10 years old. That's about the size of it. And all the police knew is that he never made it to the bus stop. They know that because they had video evidence, and they never saw the child at the bus stop, and they never saw him getting on the bus. So they knew, and they had credible drivers that, stated such. So this case went on unsolved. I don't know for how long, but a long time. And they hired a detective. And folks, when I saw this episode, I was in South Carolina. I had run away from a hurricane here. I forgot the name of it. It was a bad hurricane. And I tried to take my dead ex-roommate, she was alive at the time, by the way, with me because it was coming right toward, the area here, Fort Lauderdale, was coming right in. And she had these ginormous trees all over her property. It was really dangerous. And I tried to get her to go with me, but she didn't want to go. So I had to go myself. And she wanted to bring the dog, and I just thought that wasn't going to be a good idea. And my truck was a convertible, of all things. That little convertible blue truck I had. It was a kind of a custom truck. It was beautiful when I got it. It was a 96 Chevy S10, and it was absolutely beautiful. Ran good, and then by the time I used it for about a year on my lawn service, it just fucking lost everything, and it overheated, as all GM products will, given enough time. They always overheat. I had that with a Chevy Astrovan too. But anyways, I was up in South Carolina at a hotel, and this is going back maybe about 10 years. It was like in 2016, I think, is what it was. And, so I was like 58 or whatever, 54, whatever. And I'm at the hotel, and I'm watching these one after another. You know how it is, And, you're by yourself, and I don't think there was any food either, because it was all under hurricane conditions, and they were expecting it too, although they weren't in the immediate concern, because that's, 700 miles or whatever it is north, 600 miles north, 500 miles north. So I'm watching that, and I'm perplexed. I don't know any more than the cops did. So the cops, as a last resort, they brought in a psychic, and it was also a black woman. And they let the psychic hold the things of the boy and this and that. And then they held a seance. This is a true one. I forgot the name of this one. I looked for it. I couldn't find it. But I'm sure it was psychic detectives. And or I'm pretty sure it was. And they held this seance. And the mother was a heavyset black woman. And kind of good looking and upwardly mobile. And they held this seance. And then about halfway through, my skin just crawled. I had to get out of the bed because all of my skin had turned to goosebumps. It was the most shocking thing I ever saw on TV. And they're doing this seance, and this black woman immediately almost sounds like the child. And she goes and she looks at the mom and she says, "Mommy, how could you do this to me? Mommy, mommy." And the mother screamed and went into practically convulsions. And she admitted that she had killed the child. And it was the most scary thing I ever went through watching a television program, really. It really made my skin curdle because I had no idea, really, truly. And the woman looked like she was so nice and she was fairly pretty and all that, you know. Somewhat overweight, but pretty. And boy, that scared the living shit out of me. So don't be surprised with this Guthrie elderly mother deal. Don't be surprised if the daughter there is in on it. Because when somebody disappears off the face of the earth, it's generally speaking, I shouldn't say generally speaking, from what I've seen, the family is somehow involved. Like that little Benoit child, that, I forgot her name, the little girl that was 5 years old, that was like a 6-year, she was like 5, if that, and they were making her up like a model, you know. John Benoit, or whatever it was, the father was suspected heavily in it. But I don't know what happened to it. The last I heard, they thought it was the brother. They thought it was the brother. So, let's see what happens. But my guess is that somehow the family is involved in this. Because somebody usually sees something, or they can track a car or something that pulls up, and then they can catch it on a convenience store camera, the car going by. This kind of thing happens oftentimes, even miles away, and they can see it or get some sort of tracing on it. My guess is the family is involved in some manner or another. Folks, just to let you know, I walked about 14 miles today, and I'd like to go out and walk another mile. I probably will, and we'll make it about 15 miles today. But I walked 4 hours and 8 minutes straight this morning, so we'll see how it goes. I'll give it a shot tomorrow as well. Take care, folks. I will see you later, and subscribe, be nobody, and I'll be here with another interesting story maybe tomorrow. Bye.